Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are here with more talking about the evils that is, Republicans and the Trump administration. Not a series, but something that must constantly be talked about because of the fucking evils he is doing. This was meant to be Monday's video, but anyway, we're here, we're doing it now. Yeah. Something I've spoken about before, but I will not stop speaking about because he is doing nothing but damaging our nation. From ACLU, how Trump's attacks on democracy put the Constitution at risk. I've talked about it before. He breaks the constitutional rules and laws, has no fucking issue doing so. From the Citizens for Ethics, well, what was the name of this thing? Anyway, President Trump is dismantling our democracy one piece at a time. But it's Citizens for Ethics is who it's from. But yeah, they talk about how Trump is destroying our norms, our laws, our Constitution. He don't give a fuck about it. CBS News. This is just last month, federal judge in Colorado declares ICE practice of warrantless arrest illegal. They're clearly doing illegal things, but they didn't care. They were doing it anyway. It was all about the evil to begin with. From the Los Angeles Times, from LA to New York, bumbling aggressive ICE is its own worst enemy. Yeah, one of the most recent aggressive acts we have seen out of what has become a multitude of aggressive acts is them dragging a woman down the street. And if you watch the video, when he gets next to another ICE agent, the ICE agent pulls out his gun and points it at the regular people. Because he knows they're doing evil. And that the people don't fucking like it. But they still do it. From the Assembly for New York in September, opposing ICE's lawless and dangerous behavior. A piece here. Yeah. And this is what we need. People to stand up and speak out. From the Hawaii Tribune Herald. ICE tactics undermine the law enforcement mission. And the very first line, ICE isn't doing itself any favors. And I think this is something we should pay attention to. Vastly pay attention to. From PBS News, what the law says about killing survivors of a boat strike, according to experts. Ah, yes, the Trump administration's extrajudicial murdering. None of the boats are proven drug boats. It would take them refilling multiple times because the great majority of them just small fishing boats. But the hate mongers, Hegseth and Trump, hey, let's just kill people. Don't have to provide proof. Another one from NPR. U.S. military members fear legal blowback tied to the boat strikes. So yes, even military personnel realize that what they're doing is likely illegal and fear blowback from these actions. Then you need to speak out. You cannot just sit there and go, I can't do anything about it. I was just following orders. That is no longer an acceptable fucking excuse. Vietnam proved that is not acceptable. Again, from the ACLU. Rights groups sued Trump administration for legal justification of deadly boat strikes. The filing comes after the government failed to respond to a FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act request, demanding urgent transparency over the President Trump's illegal strikes. There is no legal justification. But it don't matter. They don't care. They think they'll be holding power forever. From hrw.org, the Human Rights Watch, U.S. military operations in the Caribbean and Pacific, question and answer. So people ask the Human Rights Watch, is this thing they're doing here or this thing they're doing here legal? Because guess what? They keep track of this shit. The world keeps track of this shit. Will Republicans in Congress finally stand up to Trump? That's another thing we need to talk about. As much as it just feels like, oh, it's Trump and ICE, the Trump administration and ICE, the other Republicans in positions of power have been trying to cover for him. And it's unfucking excusable. Although recently, some of them are starting to come out and say, what he's doing is bullshit. They're actually starting to grow a spine. It's only taken them almost a full year, but they're finally getting there. After realizing he doesn't know what the goddamn fuck he is doing. But I still see them as complicit to a degree in what he has done because they have refused to actually push back on his bullshit. The first ones to stand up, Thomas Massey, that's because he's a libertarian. Libertarians actually stand up for rights, humanity. They believe there's things they shouldn't have to pay as much because they also believe monetarily libertarian philosophies. But there's other things that say, hey, you can't just do this to people. But now you've got others speaking out, so. And let's not forget the Epstein scandal. Trump was Epstein's best buddy for a long time. New photos from Epstein's personal collection show Trump, Clinton, and much more. If Clinton's guilty of it, lock his ass up. If Trump's guilty of it, lock his ass up. I'm not like some of you fuckheads who are partisan as shit, but try to go, if it was a Democrat, I don't give a goddamn who it is. Democrat, Republican. Fuck both goddamn fucking parties. If you're a goddamn pedophile fuck that was with fucking Epstein, lock your ass up. Relationship between Trump and Epstein, Wikipedia article. We'll talk quite a bit about that in there. I won't go over it here, but yeah. From Stanford Law, Trump's tariffs and the separation of powers at the Supreme Court. The biggest separation of powers controversy since the Steel Seizure case in 1952. Yeah. What Trump has been doing is ignoring the other two branches if it's inconvenient for them. Most of the time, it isn't. They'll sit there and suck off his dick anyway because they're pathetic little partisan shits. But yeah. SCOTUS blog. Justices vacate rulings on Trump and the emoluments clauses. This was back in 2021, after his first fucking term. Supreme Court justices are just like, we don't care that he did things illegal. Fuck it. And even now under his second term, they'll still bend over for this fucker. The Roberts Court is going to go down in history as one of the worst Supreme Courts in American history. Period. Again, ACLU. Supreme Court grants Trump and future presidents a blank check to break the law. Yeah. Presidential immunity. Bullshit. Bullshit. There's a level of presidential immunity, but it doesn't mean he has the right to do what the goddamn fuck he wants. Because guess what, motherfuckers? He is supposed to be a servant of the people. It's not supposed to be he rules the people. He governs by public acceptance. That is how public servants work. But when you go against that, you're a fucking felon. A fucking con man. AKA Donald Trump. Now, I've spoke about this before, but this is what needs to happen. Nuremberg trials. Trump, his administration, every member of ICE, from on the street individuals to the head of ICE, and Republican members of Congress, Supreme Court, they need to be held accountable too. Now the Supreme Court, it may be less now that some of the Republicans are starting to grow a goddamn spine and push back. But this shit cannot go unfucking punished. You hear me, Chuck Schumer? You hear me, Hakeem Jeffries? It cannot be, oh, playing footsie, we gotta work with the Republican. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. This shit cannot go unpunished. More about the Nuremberg trials. And finally, from Yale Law School, about the Nuremberg trials. The fact is, Trump, his administration, all of ICE, and every Republican grifter in Congress and the Supreme Court need to be put on trial. This shit cannot go unpunished. At all. They must be held accountable for what they have fucking done. It's unacceptable to go, oh, we just want the niceness of, moving past. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want that shit. I want you to goddamn fucking hold goddamn fuckers accountable for the fucking evil they have enacted upon this nation, upon the world. Fuck the goddamn, oh, we just want to be friends. Fuck you, motherfuckers. People need to be fucking held accountable for this shit. That's just a fucking fact. We cannot have, oh, we're trying to be peaceful and good with each other. Fuck you, fucker. I'm so sick of a Republican Party that hurts people and a fucking Democratic Party that's toothless and ineffectual. Goddamn, I'm tired of this two-party bullshit. That's why it feels like a goddamn uniparty sometimes, because the fucking goddamn Republicans are aggressive and evil as fuck, and the fucking Democrats, oh, I don't want to offend people, sorry. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Anyway, pisses me off. People need to be fucking held accountable for this shit. But we'll go ahead and end this episode here. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting my links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.